Is 3, 2, and
Hi, everybody.
Sixers suck.
Sixers suck. Bye, everybody.
And click.
Yeah, that was. See, look, it's on here too. As soon as I get on CBS Sportsline, report Sixers to consider Swim's LeBron swap. I don't believe it.
I think it's stupid. He's 34 years old.
Yeah, I don't believe if they did do this cockamamie trade, because you know there's going to have to be other people involved. You're essentially trading Simmons, who is still developing. All right, and with Simmons and Embiid together, you could bring, I'll say, 3 titles for the NBA here.
No.
With LeBron, you're going for a one and done. I mean, you are. You're going for a one and done.
Now, if they won the championship, would you be all right with it?
I mean, if they won the championship, yes, but I would want more, and I know I'm not going to get it then. With the core group, with the 2 main guys of Embiid and Simmons, I know I'll get more. I mean, I know I'll get more, especially if you max out Butler and you max out Tobias. I definitely see it happening. Now, I think they have to move on from Redick at point guard as the starter.
Well, he's not a point guard. He's a shooting guard.
Well, shooting guard. Well, who's been? Oh, that's right. What's his face's point? That's right, Mr.
Yeah.
No Jumper. I mean, well, they definitely have to get. I think they have to move on from Redick anyway.
Yeah,
as the starter. Like,
no,
I can see him coming back and being a bench player.
Yeah, well, here's the thing: if Zaire Smith is essentially going to move into JJ Redick's role.
I hope so. I hope he does. But, yeah, I don't know. All right, I'm with you, and I know I'll let you do your rant about the people that are on the fire Brett Brown train.
Well, it feels like more people might be coming around. Because one, if you fire him, who you getting?
Well, that's what I mean. There's nobody that, I mean, and this is going to sound like crazy to the haters of Brett Brown, but who are you going to get that's better than Brett Brown? I don't think there's anyone out there, unless you say Jay Wright, but he's not leaving Nova. He's built himself up to be the Joe Paterno of Villanova.
Right.
He's not going anywhere. So you're not getting anybody better than Brett Brown, and that's the only way you move on from it is if you get somebody better than him. You're not going to get that. So I don't put the blame on Brett Brown. I know you're going to have the people out there that are going to say, well, if Ben Simmons had his jump shot, so they're going to put the blame on Ben Simmons. I'm putting the blame on Embiid. I mean, this is a guy,
and you know what? He took responsibility,
and he did, and that's also another reason why I'm putting it on him, because he came right out and said it, and I know I've said this before, and you and I, you kind of like swung me on it a little bit, but 1 for 7 from the arc. I don't need him shooting threes.
Right. And you know what? And I get that. Like, shooting 1 for 7, that's one thing. But they were open shots.
Yeah,
he had good looks.
They were open shots.
I actually thought that game was going to be a blowout because they didn't score for like the first 4 minutes. Well, neither team did. It was only 6-3.
Yeah.
And like nothing was going in and out, and you were just like, "You've got to be kidding me! This is ridiculous."
Yeah, no, there's a lot of things that need to change, especially between Ben and Joe. There's a lot of more maturity, more growing up.
I don't know if they can play together, to be honest with you.
I'm actually wondering that, but also, did you happen to hear Ben Simmons' exit interview with the media?
No, I glanced that there was one with Eskin about his jump shot.
Yeah, it was funny. Like, he kind of like gave Eskin a one-word answer.
Right.
And there was like 3 seconds of pause, and then you hear Eskin start to laugh as he goes to ask his next question. But yeah, someone did come out and say to him, because they asked right off the bat, I forget which reporter it was, asked Ben, what does he feel he needs to work on this offseason to for his game? What's his weak point? And the elephant in the room is the jumper. That's what everyone's looking for. They want to hear him answer that, and it's kind of like I heard Mike Missinelli say this. It's kind of like he's in denial about not using this jump shot. Like, he seems to think that there's nothing wrong with his game, and he just has to, make better decisions, when passing the ball or with turnovers. And I took the same thing from what Missinelli got out of that. And I was like, dude, you need to work on that jumper. He's going to be working with his brother again. He's going to be working with...
They need to fire his brother.
Yeah.
Or the Sixers need to pay him to stay away.
Yeah,
just go away.
You can't, as far as I'm concerned, you can take advice from the father, but as far as working with the brother, he's going to flat out tell him whatever he wants to hear. He's going to say, "Oh, you don't need, you're great now. You don't need a jump shot. Just keep doing what you're doing. Make better decisions."
Here's the thing, and I said it all season, and and the one guy who always talks on here, TJ, he's like, he was the best player in every team he played for.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's not the best player.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what it is.
That is true, but he does have to adjust to this level of play. I mean, he really does. He just has to adjust to it, and he has to unleash it. Like, I don't know, is year 3 the year that he decides to open his game up and just take over the league?
I always and I will say this, like, a couple people are coming around, but my main, god damn, he's getting rocked.
Is it Arrieta?
Yeah, no, it's not your boy Arrieta. It's your boy Nola.
Yeah, Mr. Cy Young.
Whenever you want to come on, Mike. I've been trying to get a couple people to come on. No, everyone's scared. They're scared of me.
I think they're just scared of being on live streaming video.
No, get out of here. He's a goddamn cop. Just don't beat anybody with your nightstick.
We're gonna turn that body cam off.
No, listen. It all goes back to the patience of the city. I don't get it. It amazes me.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing me on two fronts, without...
Listen, if he doesn't get a jump shot in 2 years, he's got to go. And I said that. Mm-hmm. And when someone posted a thing about trading Ben Simmons for LeBron James, if you tell me right now that... Wow, Adam, they already got somebody warming up.
Wow.
Damn. If you can tell me right now that the Sixers make a run at Leonard and Jimmy Butler, I'll trade Ben Simmons. I'll pay for his Uber.
Yeah.
I'll start a GoFundMe and play for his plane ticket so that he gets first class.
Yeah, I mean...
But you just can't. He's 22 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what people forget. People forget he's 22.
Yeah.
It drives me bananas.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, that's why I said in that post today, I would one more year with him. You know what I mean? One more year.
You gotta give him one more year with him and one more year with Brett.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I do. I agree with that. I just, man.
Let's really think about this. We were all excited when they went up 2-1. Beginning of the series, I didn't really think they had a chance. On paper, the Sixers were the more talented team.
Right.
But Toronto was already the better team. They already had the veterans. They have Kawhi Leonard, who's the best in the game.
Right.
It took Toronto 20 extra shots and a ridiculous... I don't care what anyone says. They're like, well, he did it twice in the game. Already.
Right.
There's a difference between whatever time it was in the game and 3 seconds left. It was good defense. Ben may have let up a little, but Embiid was still in his face. Right. He made it ridiculous. And it was a quadruple doink.
Yeah.
I watched it go in, and I went... I started laughing. Melissa's like, what? She said, that's a crappy way to lose. I said, you know what? I said, I don't mind losing that way. I did not want to get blown out. Now, see me in Game 7 next season if it's the finals and they lose that way. I may burn my house down.
Yeah, that's a different story. That's a different story. So you would... all right. I mean, I'm down with that. I mean, so... I mean, let's see. You got Joe. You have Ben.
Like, why did he only take 5 shots yesterday?
Yeah.
I've been defending Ben all summer, or all postseason. Like, you're making me look like a jerk off. Like,
yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you.
Like, yeah.
So let me ask you: would you, in that case, would you let Tobias walk to try and bring in Leonard and throw a max at him?
Here's the thing.
I mean, they're the same position.
Well, yeah, obviously, but here's the thing. It's, if you're Kawhi Leonard, you gotta look at an extra $50 million. The same with Jimmy Butler,
Mm-hmm.
the same with Tobias Harris. Like, you can go over your salary cap and pay the luxury tax. But there's no guarantee that you get Kawhi. There's a really, really big guarantee that you get Tobias and Jimmy Butler. Listening to Jimmy Butler today, I don't know if he's coming back.
Yeah, that wasn't very confident building.
No,
it wasn't. So I don't know, but when I should say he doesn't come back.
Well, if he doesn't come back, you better sign somebody.
Yeah.
You better, and everyone sits there and says that the owner wanted the Eastern Conference Final. You got to remember something. There's 3 owners. There's not just one owner.
Yeah.
There's 3.
There's
the one owner who's always in there, he's going to say that. Like, I don't remember hearing Michael Rubin say anything.
No, me neither.
I don't know who the other owner is. Maybe the other owner is Will Smith, like we talked about last week.
It could still be. I'm not sure.
But I'm like, what do you want the owner to say? No, I want to lose in the second round again. Yeah. No, he's going to say he wants a conference finals. Next season, I fully expect them, if they have the same team, I fully expect them to be in the NBA finals.
I can see that too. I mean,
they're literally going to be, like, if they have the same team, there's no team in the East who can beat them.
Right.
Boston, they're losing half their players. The crackhead Rozier, he's leaving.
I actually was talking to someone today that said no.
You could sit there and, like, they already had, like, the odds out that Kyrie Irving and Durant are going to are going to the Knicks. They're not going to the Knicks. Durant's not leaving Golden State. They're going to give him a max deal. He's a free agent.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, like I said, all the rumors that started flying around already. I was like, oh my god. But
no, he's right. And the one guy, John, he's a kid's basketball coach, and he sits there and he said, look at the last 5 minutes of the game, and you'll feel different about Ben. Yeah, Ben, he disappears. I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, no, he's right. I mean, I don't feel differently about him. I just want to know why the hell he disappears. Like, this kid has got the talent. He has it. Which makes me laugh. Like, people tend to say he sucks. Okay, well, tell me another guy that's playing his position at his size, at 6'10", that can do the things he does. There's really not a lot of people that can do the things he does at 6'10", playing point.
No.
I mean, granted, those other guys have a jump shot, but I mean, nobody realizes, like, okay, yeah, if he has a jump shot, he's going to be a really good point guard. But look at what he's doing right now. I mean, he does get open. He can get through and get to the lane. I think he should finish his play more than trying to make other people better around him. Like,
no, he's got to dunk that shit.
I'm starting to wonder if he's got it in his head that he's better than what he is right now.
Yeah.
I really do, because he's kind of like, oh, okay, I'm a leader of this team. I'm passing it off, because he said it today. They asked him about are you gonna talk with Jimmy and Toby to convince them to stay? And he goes, well, as a leader of the team, why wouldn't I? And I'm like, dude, you're the leader of the team. Right, best player in the team is Joe. Leader of the team is Jimmy.
Yeah, later. Well, that's because he's got the veteran presence. That's why, and I get it.
And he was delivering. He didn't disappear. That's the thing.
I mean,
this last game he wasn't great.
He kind of did. Like we want to sit there, we want to rip Ben, but like, he had a crucial turnover. I don't know what the hell happened on those last 3 possessions with the 24 shot clock violation.
Yeah, but he ties the game. You know, I mean,
I get it. He ties the game, but
I mean, who was that guy that they gave the ball to, and he delivered on that spot? He gave him a glimmer of hope.
He was not giving the ball. He got the rebound.
Oh, the rebound.
I know what you're saying, but let's if we're going to talk about what he did good, we have to talk about his deficiencies, what he did bad. Like if we're going to talk about,
you won't get me saying like that he was an angel or an eight. No. He had his screw ups. I mean, hell, that's what made me laugh. The whole team, they all had their screw ups, but yet all of their 5 starters all at least had 13 points or more.
Yeah, I'm. Listen, guys, listen.
And I don't get
I'm not mad. I mean, I'm upset and I'm not disappointed. They went 7 games with the second best team in the East,
and that's why I'm thinking you work off of the deficiencies you had in this series, even though you went 7 games
upstairs
you went 7 games against a better team than you did last year. So,
upstairs.
I definitely.
Okay. Go ahead.
But yeah, I take what they did. Okay, they played 2 extra games. They lost in a game 7, and again against a team that is better than the Boston team.
All right.
So I mean, I think that this is one of those steps, kind of like when the Phillies in, what was it, 07,
yeah.
they made the playoffs and
they got swept.
They got swept, and the following year they're World Series champs. You know what I mean? So, they learned from their mistake and why they get swept. Now you have.
I think that was the best thing to happen to Embiid.
I do too.
Like Game 7 is made for men, and I feel like.
I mean,
he played 45 minutes, and the 3 minutes that he didn't play, they scored 12 points. The other team did.
Now, did you notice, though, which I felt was very good coaching by Toronto's coach, what's his name, Dilbert? When Joe sat, so did Marc Gasol. When Joe went back in the game, so did Marc Gasol. He had him on him the entire game, and he timed that perfectly. He did it. He knew, and I mean, to their point, it worked. It really worked against them. I mean, because you could tell that Joe was starting to, his conditioning was starting to come into play. Everybody could see that.
Well, he's still at 21 points. He was plus 10.
Yeah, no, I mean he was himself, but he was gassed a little bit. I mean, he wasn't. Number one, I didn't like the fact that he was up against Kawhi in that last shot.
He wasn't. He ran over on the double team.
Well, who was the other one that was there?
Simmons
was there?
If you watch at the last second, right before, as he's releasing it, Simmons stops. Which is he was kind of getting killed today because he stopped. It's Game 7. You never stop.
No, he shouldn't have stopped.
It was literally only for like a split second, but that's all he needed.
That's all he needed. Kawhi's just a beast. I mean, it makes me laugh. Like he hated San Antonio so much. He just wanted out of there. And look what the hell he does with Toronto in this 1 year.
He took 39 shots.
Yeah,
39. No, everybody else was scared. And does Kyle Lowry not have the most punchable face in the NBA?
You know, it's so funny. Like in this area, he went from being a darling with Nova, and all of a sudden now people just want to do physical harm to him. They just want to do physical harm to him. I mean, hey, he does. You're right. It is he's the hate the face kind of guy. He really is. But yeah, people turned on him real fast.
He's a disgrace for being from the area.
Yeah, I mean he's the player that we don't like. Like he turned into the player that we don't like. Like I don't remember him acting like that at Nova.
He's 34 years old, so I mean I don't remember him. But I put the straight in his face.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Oh, I don't like him either. I think he's overrated.
Yeah, I do. I mean, he's in one of those situations where he's good because of the guys around him. He's not making them better. They're making him better than what he really is.
Nah, you're right.
You have that on.
I mean, he's okay.
Yeah, and he's one of those He's one of those adequate starters who does his job. He has a certain job to go out and he does it.
Oh, there it is. So last night I posted on Facebook I said, and I posted the link. I said, hold on, where is it? I said that shot felt like, hold on, where is it?
A movie shot. Is that what you said? It was like that was a shot that's made in the movies.
Like if you watch Teen Wolf, I said that shot only happens in the movies. I need to rewind my VCR. I said the shot was straight out of Teen Wolf, but it was actually free throws. Either way, I was like Chubbs and Boots and Scott are parting lips. Those are the three guys from the starters. And Bill commented, he was like, I say it was out of maybe 10 minutes of you do. Such a hack. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, I was like, I didn't even see your stuff, bro. I said, prior to contrary belief, I don't stalk Bill's Facebook page. Other people may, but I don't. And then I went and I looked. I said, oh yeah, he did say it.
That's so funny.
But he was devastated. I'm not devastated. Like, I'm disappointed, but I'm not devastated.
Yeah, I'm completely, like, I was okay with it. You know, I mean, I was honestly okay with it. Because
but I think they would have won in overtime, the Sixers. They had all the momentum.
They had the momentum, you're right. I think they would have. And did you see the picture that was taken as Kawhi's waiting for the ball to go in, like how he's down on the ground?
And the other guys are all standing around.
Dude, and Joe's looking too, he's right there. I love that picture.
It's a good picture.
Yeah, it is. It's one of those great sports moments, and it was captured in forever. It was honestly really good, and I thought, man, I was like,
Shit, that's our team. I
looked at it and I thought, but what if it was the other way around? You know, same guys, same poses. They're there waiting, and the ball doesn't go in. You know, and I mean, yeah, it's only you're going to overtime, but imagine the reaction from Joe. You know, that's all I kept thinking about, and I was like, well, gonna have to wait till next year to see if if we get this again. Oh, you're torturing yourself. My dad and I were watching it, and my dad was like, what the hell just happened? I was like, hell of a season, and I was over it right then and there.
It's like these shots heard around the world.
Yeah, it's a great video. It is. It's a great video. The different languages that were broadcasting the game.
That's insane. Yeah, see, look. Real quick.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw what you were saying. He was right there and then he breaks off.
Hold on. Like, and that's what I'm talking about. Look, right there. Wait, why did he stop? Why was he next to him?
Yeah, I don't know why he stopped. I really don't know why he stopped. I just can't. I don't understand it. But he did. Now,
I think it's the first time in NBA playoffs it happened in a... Look at that. That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
That it happened in a Game 7. I know they said...
Yeah, it was. It was the first time.
I know they said Jordan did it, but Jordan did... His was a 5-game series.
His was a 5-game series, yeah. But no, this first time in history that happened in Game 7.
Kawhi showing a little bit of Leonard. A little bit of heart last night. A little bit of emotion.
Yeah.
I can't believe that went in. God damn you! So.
Did he do his funny laugh?
He just goes plays basketball. Like, leave the guy alone.
Yeah, no,
You can't fire the coach.
Who said that?
Are we back to firing the coach? There's no one to get.
I'm tired of hearing fire the coach. I really am. Like you said, one, there's no one to get. But where's all these fire the coach people when they were tanking on purpose? And now the guy has 2 back-to-back 50-win seasons. He gets a little farther than he did in the second round this year. Like he's got to work with. He's got the team to work with now. Okay, next year if they don't do it, all right, fine.
Yeah.
Then you sit there and say it. But I mean, I did say earlier a couple weeks ago that I felt that if they didn't win this series, that maybe he should be gone. But that was before they pushed it to a Game 7. Like they pushed them to a Game 7. Like you said, on paper, the Sixers had the better team, but we all knew who, like, play-wise was the better team. And the Sixers kind of turned that around, even with crappy play. Even with crappy play, these guys couldn't take them out in 5 or 6.
Look at the defense that was played.
Yeah.
Defense isn't played in the NBA. You held them to under 100 points.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't now. I don't because they went with they pushed these guys to the brink of elimination. I mean, it was literally do or die, win or lose, win or go home.
You know, Charlie Emanuel was a players' coach, so because he's saying the players love him because they let him do whatever they want. Well,
yeah.
then, you know what? If that's the case, then you gotta if I'm Brett Brown, you bring in like a hard ass. So this is our team. This is what I'm doing, and you're gonna listen, and we're all gonna listen to Brett.
Yeah, because it can't be. You know, it's got to be a player saying that to the players. It can't be a coach because let's face it, coaches in every sport, you can't talk to these guys that are now grown men making way more money than you. Like they don't care about the coach.
Right.
I mean they do, but when they try and be assertive and be a hard ass, like that, those days are done. Those days, especially in the NBA, those days are gone. You can't be a hard ass coach. It has to be a guy wearing a jersey on the court with you every single night. It's what it has. It's what it has to be. Coaches in the NBA don't have that authority that they used to.
No,
I mean, people want, and people say, "Oh, well, the coaches need to have authority." No, that's what I had when I played. Yeah, but you played Pop Warner. You played schoolyard ball.
They won 58 games. They won 58 games. They don't stink. I get what you're saying. We had the better team on paper. But they won 58 games.
Yeah, he's doing something right if they won 58 games. And don't tell me the entire conference sucks. You know what I mean? That's the next fallback. Oh, the conference sucks. Now it's the conference. Years ago when the Eagles were winning all those games and going to NFC title games, oh, the division sucked. Now the Sixers winning 58 games. And no, now it's the conference sucks. So
hey, listen, I get it. You're frustrated as a fan. It's back to back seasons. Like you're tired of it, and I get that. But really,
yeah,
we're back to this again.
Yeah, I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. And you hear them talking about it on Sports Talk. I listen to more of it than you do, and it's completely sickening anymore. You know, even like Missinelli was saying, he's like, why are you firing the coach? Like, why are you going to fire the coach? What did he do? And he basically said the same thing as you. You know, like they were 2 games away from 60-win season. You know, that's really good. So I don't know. It's just weird to me. It's just weird to me. But so now it's on to the off season and see what they do. I mean, what are they going to do with these players? I mean, what kind of money are they going to have? Are they going to sign? And to be honest with you, another thing is, people are saying, you know, fire Brett Brown, but who was his bench?
Yeah, they do got to.
I mean, you had what, 2 centers or 1 center? You got Boban. How much did he play? Because you couldn't play him in this series.
No.
You couldn't. So I mean. Who'd you have off the bench? Scott.
You need to go onto the page because people are going off. I have it on a watch party, and we have the people who are talking about firing, you know, Brett Brown and good defense. I'm like, Kawhi Leonard is a beast. Like, why are you not giving? I don't know. I
was trying to stay away from the page.
You had to go on. Like, it's a different, they're different animals, Kawhi Leonard is. He turned his game up. He's won a championship. He's won an MVP.
Yeah, I mean, he's...
And you got Frank over here talking.
He's back.
And right, 20 extra shots is they were outworked. And I did say that you got 20 extra shots. They lost in the rebound. They never lose the rebound battle. And they lost in the not in the watch party, in the go on the other one.
Alright.
Go on to the page and start answering because I'm trying. And they're talking about how he
oh, but same thing, shit.
he traveled.
No, I'm just gonna go to the page.
Yeah. And that people are saying that Kawhi traveled. He may well have.
He might have. He may have.
But who choked? I'm confused as to who choked. What's up, Tom? Listen, I hear you, John. You know, I'm hard on Chase when it comes to soccer and baseball. You know, I get on them. I get on them. You know, I always say, you know, never stop playing. You know, you can't take a playoff.
Is he in the chat group?
Yeah. No. CEV, the sports. Should be sports. Yeah. So, but, yeah, just, I'll give you next year. Give you next year you want to fire Brett Brown. Dear God, imagine if they get swept.
Well, next year, if they get swept, yeah, okay, fine. Then he's got nothing with the team. He's got to go. Come on, stupid.
It's in there.
Yeah, I know. It's just
he's got to go onto the page. But yeah, they get so. I don't know who they're gonna get if they don't sign Tobias and they don't sign Jimmy Butler. I don't know who they're gonna get. But yeah, Leonard is the best player in the game. There's nothing you can say. You see the Phil Eagles made a signing today?
Kessler.
I was gonna say Winszewski, but yeah, Kessler.
Well, there's two of them. Kessler ain't nothing. You know, Wisniewski's a good one, but that tells me that Barrett Brooks ain't going to be ready. Or Brett Brooks, or what's his name?
Barrett Brooks.
Yeah, he's not going to be ready.
He tore his Achilles.
Yeah, he's not going to be ready. I mean, I know he was trying to, but there's no way. I mean, it's a good signing. It's a good signing for them to bring him in.
You're saying they gave up a lot for Tobias Harris. I mean, you know, they traded Muscala, Wilson Chamberlain, and Landry Shamet. I wouldn't say that's a lot. Or Shamet. I'll give you Shamet, but...
Yeah, Shamet was actually...
And then Mike Muscala got traded to, like, the Lakers or something.
Yeah, he got traded, like, right away.
Right.
He was traded in a few hours. Twice.
So, like, you know, now you can say they gave up a lot for whatchamacallit, for Jimmy Butler. You know, I get that. They gave up Rocco. They gave up Dario Saric. Like I'll give you that.
I'll give you that one. Oh, man, I remember that, too. All them people, why'd they give up Dario? Oh.
Yeah, they gave up the Miami pick. I get that. But they... You know they could still win the lottery this week, right?
Yeah, that's the funny thing. I was just going to say
if they win the lottery...
Well, look, if they win the lottery, I'm not getting excited. Because, okay, how long will it take for... All right, I'm not waiting around another 2 years for Joe, or a year for Ben, or Fultz, who just, decided he can't shoot anymore. No. If they win the lottery, they better hit on that damn pick.
It would be Zion. I would trade it.
You could get a ton for that. Somebody's going to want Zion.
I would trade it.
Hell, I would want Zion, but think of that. Think who you could get with that pick. There's some good possibilities there to fill.
Nah, Tom, I did say it, but they're never going to call that. The play was going so quick. I get it. Like, I saw the replay earlier. They're never going to call that. It's hard. It's hard to call travel there.
Yeah, they weren't. I heard that on the radio as I was driving home, and I thought, And what was the play? I missed the play where I think it was Lowry tackled Ben. They said he tackled, like McGinnis was on the radios. He tackled him, and then it was. I was like, oh, what the hell happened? I didn't see that.
I didn't see it. I don't remember.
Because they were like, oh, that's because they were reviewing it or whatever, and I think they finally, because he was afraid that they were going to he said they were trying to make it look, or try and say that Ben did something wrong, and I was like, what? I was like, well, if he tackled the dude, how did Ben do anything wrong? I was like,
I said, like Marcus Gasol, like he slapped Embiid,
yeah.
and he didn't get a flagrant one. I'm not saying it was a flagrant one, but if Embiid's was a flagrant one the night before,
Right.
then this,
Yeah.
it drives me bananas.
Yeah, that, I don't know. Well, I'm going to let you talk about the refs.
No, listen, the refs actually, they let them play. Like,
Yeah, they did.
there's nothing you can say.
I mean, Game 7, they said let him go.
Yeah, a Sixers 2020 first round pick. It's going to be like the 30th pick in the draft. And don't forget that they also have an Orlando Magic pick from the Markelle Fultz trade. The Sixers are going to work trades. I'm not worried. Draft picks are draft picks. Very rarely do they work out.
Yeah, especially with the NBA. I mean, if it's not a first round pick, they're just not on a team.
So we'll talk about the Sixers for a couple more minutes, and we'll get into Phillies. Think about this. You're going to have Embiid, Simmons, so hopefully Tobias, hopefully Jimmy. You got Zaire Smith. So we all know Zaire can shoot the three when he's not playing.
Right.
Off the bench, I gotta go. You gotta resign Mike Scott, and you gotta resign Dale Ennis. I don't know if TJ is still on the team next year. I don't know what his contract is.
I don't know either. I should have kept that part up. I should have done that.
What's that?
I accidentally closed out Google. I was going to.
And then you just you're gonna make what was it? It looks like he's a free agent. It looks like. I mean, he's only making $4 million over 4 years, so it's not a lot of money.
Sport Track. That's what you want.
He's a free agent.
He's a free agent. Yep.
Somebody's gonna give him money.
Yeah, you know what? Somebody will.
Somebody's gonna give him like a 5-year, $40 million contract.
Yeah.
And he's not a bad player, but he's not a starter.
He's not a starter. I told somebody last week that he's kind of like that change of pace running back. You know, he comes in.
Bolden, that's who it is. Bolden would be the backup to Embiid.
Okay.
All right. That's right. Bolden would be the backup to Embiid. I'm trying to think. So, all right, so we'll do the starting five. Butler, Tobias, Simmons, Embiid, and Zaire Smith. All right. Now, your bench, if your bench was Mike Scott, Dale Ennis, J.J. Redick, Jonah Bolden, and then whoever you draft. You know, you probably gotta get a point guard now. But if you have Jimmy Butler, he can run the point as well.
See, I still think I still want them to sign somebody else for the bench.
There's no money. I don't know what the cap is this year.
Yeah, I'm not sure about it either. But
I know they're gonna raise it.
Yeah, I'd rather them bring someone different in for the bench, like one player, not like everybody. I mean, man, yeah, because you know they probably won't bring back Boban.
No.
And I get it.
I'm bringing him back.
Yeah, no, he's making way too much.
It's not even that. He's a liability.
Well, he's limited. I mean, yeah, he's kind of like that novelty guy. You know, the fans fell in love with him right away, but you know, let's face it.
Yes.
You know,
he absolutely is. He's bananas.
He's crazy. He really is. He really is. But he's fun. I can't say anything bad about him. You know, he came in and did what you expect him to do.
Real quick.
Yes.
Did you hear this new song by Little Dicky called Earth?
No, I did not.
Did you hear about it?
I did not hear about it.
All right. Well, we're gonna end the show with the song.
Okay.
My kids.
They're going nuts for it.
There's two versions. There's
Okay.
a clean version and the dirty version. Holy Christ Almighty! On a cracker, the dirty version is hilarious. So we're gonna play it at the end of the thing.
That's so funny.
But we got and another thing is Mike Scott can play center too.
Yeah, he can.
He's very good defensively. He would become an absolute god. I'll tell you right now. I don't have the last Sixers jersey they have. You're looking at
Right.
If they signed him to a 3-year deal, I might go get his. That's how much I like him.
Yeah, see, I don't do basketball jerseys.
Nah, that's how much I like him.
Yeah, I don't do basketball jerseys.
I ain't no bitch, and he, like people sit there like we joke on the one page. All sports is, we talk about he's a Philly guy. He gets what's going on.
Right.
Like I'm breaking his balls. Like we comment on each other's thing, but I'm like, some guy got a goddamn Mike Scott tattoo. He went and got a Mike Scott tattoo.
Okay, pal. Awesome.
Mike Scott's like, he's like, no offense to my other teams, but he's like, you guys, you ain't nothing, nothing. He's like, you guys got nothing on us, and that was like another thing. Another double, or not. Cesar. And that was another thing. They all played 40 minutes last night.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they all did. Well, I mean, you needed you guys to do that, and they did. It came down to Toronto just played better, and they hit their shots that needed to be hit, which they have done.
Toronto didn't play better. They out rebounded them. That's
to me, that's playing better.
Yeah, I get it, but that's the only thing where they for them having 20 more shots, they should have won by 12.
Well, you know what? They
played good enough to win.
They wanted it more. They were hungrier. They pounded the boards more. And then you had the movie ending, game winner. So I mean, everything for them went right last night when it came to for that. Like, I mean, they weren't.
Can you imagine being in that stadium and watching? You're sitting there. You're a Toronto fan, and you're going.
Yeah.
And they all jumped up and were like, "Yay!" I would have been like this.
You'd be like, did I just see that? Yeah, exactly.
Did that just happen? Because that hit the rim 4 times.
Well, that was like my dad's reaction. Like he shot the ball, and of course, and my dad's funny. He never watched basketball ever. It was not his sport. It wasn't his thing. But he's sitting there, and he's like, and I'm looking at him, and I mean, I had to time to look at him 2 times. Because this thing was bouncing, it seemed like it was just bouncing forever. And it went in, and I kind of did what you did. I just kind of stopped, and I looked at him, and my dad's like, oh, and I didn't know what to do. I was just like, and that's it, I'm done. I was like, I'm over it.
I was hysterical. Like, I started laughing. I was like,
oh yeah, you don't expect that to.
I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
You don't expect anything.
We lost on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, people are talking about, one of the worst, devastating. Like, Jamie Apodi posted, the World Series.
Joe Carter.
And then this one, and then someone, and then, she gets a lot of flack. Get off subject real quick. She gets a lot of flack on social media because she's a female sports cover. She covers the
sports. She knows
sports.
what she's talking about, though.
I love her.
I think she's awesome.
She is phenomenal. And somebody's like, "Oh, she really thinks this was a heartbreaking loss." Yeah,
it was.
Yeah, it was. It ended. That shot ended a series.
Yeah.
Joe Carter's home run ended a series.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles lost to Tampa Bay, but there was more to it.
Mm-hmm.
Eagles lost to Arizona. Yeah, there was more to it. 2 plays happened that ended a goddamn series. It wasn't like it was dragged out and dragged. It wasn't like the Eagles were winning the Super Bowl 41-36, and then Tom Brady throws up an 80-yard touchdown that comes down in the end zone for a pass. No. That's not what happened.
Nope.
No. I don't get it. Joe Carter hit a home run that was supposed to be inside. It was high and up in his letters.
Yep.
And then, and Kawhi Leonard hits a shot that, and if you watch the first time, it literally hits the outside of the rim. The outside of the rim. How does it manage to come back over, hit again, and then again, and you're like, You gotta be kidding! And now everyone's like, this is a team that's me. No, that team is going to get decimated by Milwaukee. I don't care. I don't know if that's going to go 6 games. I don't even know if that's going to go.
Yeah, Milwaukee's real good. They are really good.
Like, Giannis doesn't look like he ever gets tired.
No, he doesn't.
He looks like he'll play 48 minutes and
he's fine. He's ready to go.
I don't get it.
Yeah, that's yeah, I can't do nothing but laugh at it. And that's all I can do is just laugh at it.
Yeah, like, it was disappointing, but again, like it happens.
Yeah. But no, you're right. I mean, after looking at it, because I did like 6 or 7 times today at work, because I do absolutely nothing. I'm sitting there and I'm like, that hit the outside of the rim, and you're taught. I mean, now I didn't play a lot of basketball growing up, but I know people that have coached it, and they always say long shots, long rebounds. The second you look at that and you see it hits the outside of the rim, I'm expecting that thing to like shoot back towards or out somewhere. I'm not expecting it to go up and somehow curve itself back in.
Yeah, it's almost like they were like maybe that's what Simmons was waiting for.
Yeah, he was just waiting. At that point, you can't go up and get it because it's goaltending, so you're going to give them the points. You have to just wait and see what happens. And yeah, it went in. But I mean, yeah, I know people that have played basketball their entire life, and I was talking to them today, and they're like, long shots, long rebounds. That's how it works. And they're like, how did that go in? And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe Kawhi did a little prayer to Joe Boo before the game. Who knows? I have no idea.
Definitely.
He did. What the hell did I just see there?
I don't know. Somebody sent it to me.
Do that again.
We'll watch it after this. That was disturbing.
That looked amazing.
Yeah. So yeah.
Shooter,
McGavin. But yeah, like I posted on Facebook today. I'm like, I'm so glad that our fans are never going to be sports GMs because they're all stupid.
No. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not getting any updates on comments.
Nobody's commented. Excuse me.
Good.
No, nobody's commented.
I can't take
Not
it.
since the
Tom.
Yeah, talking about the.
Yeah, good. Okay, good. I can't take it if I hear fire Brett.
No, listen. Everyone's allowed to have their opinion.
No, I know. I just don't want to hear it.
I always sit there and anyway. So back to what we were saying before is like, so like the person shared Jamie Apodi's post and was like, I can't believe they sat there and said that she sat there and said those are 2 heartbreaking losses in Philadelphia.
Well, they
sports
are.
history.
She's right.
Right now, they're top 2.
They are. They're top 2 right now.
Just because of how it was. Yes, it sucked losing Super Bowl 39. And it sucked losing Super Bowl 11 or what it was. I don't remember. I was too young. 14 I might have been. When they lost to the Raiders. I don't know. I don't remember. But devastating is watching your team and everything just disappears.
Yeah. Yeah.
Literally everything disappears.
And the other
they're
one.
killing her. Like, oh, what did she know? I'm like, well, she went to school. She covered the Super Bowl. She covered a lot of stuff.
There's another one I like on Fox, Kristen Rogers.
I don't really watch Fox.
I watch Fox.
Well, actually, for that, I don't watch news. I follow her on social media.
I watch Fox. The only time I watch the news is for what the weather's going to be like in sports. But no, Kristen Rogers, she did the same thing. And I mean, she's just recent. Her first year in Philly was, she got to cover the Eagles going to the Super Bowl. So I mean, like for her, I mean, this is like the norm, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But she did her research and she put up on one of the social media platforms, which was more heartbreaking. Was it 93 Phillies loss with the Joe Carter walk-off home run or Kawhi Leonard?
Oh, it's 93.
And I was like, yeah, that's 93 because that's the World Series.
Right, it's a World Series.
I was like, that's what that is. That's the World Series. But this is the closest one. I mean, you're talking, it's the first ever time in a Game 7 that happened in NBA history. So, I mean, can I take solace in the fact that it was the Sixers? No.
No.
But
I don't want to.
But it is the number 2 most heartbreaking thing. Like, I have to agree, yeah, 93 Phillies is the most heartbreaking because of how it happened, how it went down. And yeah,
I remember laying in bed. I went upstairs, and I heard Harry Cowles. And I turned it off.
Turned off the radio?
Sure did.
Yeah. That, well, I never understood that, but that whole sequence with the 93 Phillies, too, because, I mean, it's Game 7. You have Tommy Green in the bullpen.
It was Game 6.
Or 6. That's right, 6. Well, either way, you have Tommy Green in the bullpen. You know what I mean? He wasn't scheduled to start anytime soon. You could have used him. Like, he wasn't going to be starting again. You could have used him. That was the one thing that got me the whole... I was like, he's not scheduled to start? Put him in. No.
Wait a minute. What are you saying?
They had... Who was it? It was 93. They had a starting pitcher that was available in the bullpen.
Okay.
All right? And I thought...
No, you go with what works. Larry Anderson in the 8th and Mitch Williams in the 9th.
I'm just saying I would have...
Well, it's easier to say now because, you know, the ball got hit like 950,000 feet. It's easier to say that...
It seemed like he hit it that far.
I was like, please miss first.
Joined.
Oh, Rich was already in there. He was one of the first people.
Oh.
But, like, no, you go with what works. But you probably would have used Tommy Green in Game 7. If I had to guess. You know, that's just me. Come on, Noah. But yeah, like these people on social media, like, I don't get it. Like, why? Tell me what makes you so much smarter and so much better than the people on social media. And I don't claim to be this great sports person. I don't sit there and... Yeah, in 93 he was talking about. You know, it's easier to say that now, and I get what he's saying when when you look at it now, but you go with what worked that year. It was David West in the 7th, Larry Anderson in the 8th, and whatchamacallit in the 9th.
Mitch.
So, but, I forgot what I was talking about.
You're talking about people
the people on social media, like what makes you... Like if you actually listen to these comments and you joke around, like they get mad. I'm like, what are you getting mad for?
Yeah. Like,
you are on a social media platform. Like, you are... Just because your opinion differs from my opinion doesn't mean I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But you... And that was the thing in the one page, and I said it last week, and I'll say it again this week. I said, I want 5 good, legitimate reasons why you should fire Brett Brown. If you went back and look at yesterday's game, could you give me 5 reasons why you fire Brett Brown? Yesterday?
No. Not at all.
Like, 5 legitimate were like, did he do this wrong? Did he do that wrong? Like, is there anything there that he could have did wrong that would have made that team in a better position to win? As opposed to getting blown out by 20 points.
No, I mean, with the way the game was playing, I really don't think there's anything. There's nothing that he could do. Let's put it that way. I mean, he can draw up a play and say, hey, you know, this is what I want you to do. How it works out is a different story. I mean,
that happens. Tie game.
It's all about the players.
Yeah, you did score.
And I believe it was Ben Simmons even said it today. He said, you know, coach isn't out there in a uniform. You know, because they brought up about, you know, Brett Brown and the rumors. And he was like, you know, I love my coach. He's like, I've known my coach my entire life. You know, he said, you know, between my father, my brother, he said him. He said, I've known coach my entire life. He said, I love him. You know, and then he said he's not the one that's out there on the court. You know, he's the one yelling on the sideline. He's the one, you know.
Well, it's like someone commented and said the caller should have called in. The caller called in and said, Brett Brown doesn't get too emotional on the sidelines. Brett Brown starts the game like this.
Yeah.
With 4 minutes left in the first quarter, his tie's off. He's yelling at the refs, and I'm like, well, he needs to be more aggressive. How many technicals do you want Brett Brown to get? And what am I wrong about, Rich? You wrote I'm wrong. Tell me what I'm wrong about. But anyway, I'm like, how many technicals do you want this guy to get? Like, no, it's not how the NBA works. Come on, guys. Be smart. It's not how coaching works. And you guys are the same idiots who wanted to fire Doug Peterson after he was 7-9. You were the same idiots who didn't like the Doug Peterson hiring at all. Like, you didn't even give him a chance. You guys wanted to fire Charlie Manuel in 05 and 06. Like, come on.
How fast they forget.
But somehow we keep the worst coach in the history of the Flyers for an extra 25 games this year. And did you see that the guy who got fired by the Flyers is in the Western Conference Finals?
Yep. Yeah.
Like, Braden Shen's going to go to the Stanley Cup, isn't he? And Patrick Maroon is going to, because he got into an altercation with a coach. I like that shit. Punch him. It's hockey. Come on. This ain't, what's his name, Sprewell, where he ripped up his coach?
Oh, Latrell Sprewell?
Yeah. Come on, get out of here. Brett Brown should have taught Ben how to shoot a jumper 15 years ago. Oh, that was funny.
Yeah, that is funny.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're always wrong in my opinion. Oh, well, your opinion is shit. That I'm wrong. But he broke. But he knows. When it comes to certain stuff, I'm usually on point. Like, when it comes to baseball, I'll argue with someone to blue in the face when it comes to baseball.
Right.
Because it's the one thing that, like, since I was 7 or 8 that I know. You know, like, I've watched basketball obviously all my whole life, and and that's like, I think people sit there and say, like, oh, you can ask my wife. I watched basketball for the last 6 years. Like, it sucked. Team won 10 games 5 years ago. They were 9 wins away from getting there, but it happens. Trade Ben, fire Brett, sign Jimmy, sign Tobias, sign Kawhi, put JJ on the bench. Did I miss anybody else?
No, you're good. You're good. You got everything down.
Sign Dikembe Mutombo as your assistant coach to help. What's his name? Joel Embiid.
Oh, yeah.
So, it looks cold there, by the way.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm here.
What is the Philadelphia Union part of the show? Yeah,
The
I don't
who?
watch enough of the Union soccer team.
Soccer.
Yeah, I don't watch
That's a
enough.
sport.
World Cup starts in 8 days.
Screw that shit.
Really? You don't watch it?
I hate soccer.
I watch it because my son plays it.
Well, that's if you have a vested interest. I don't
so we
have
watch
kids,
it.
so I'm like, screw that sport. I've never been a fan of soccer. My parents made me play. I played it 2 years. And
Hey, Dave, I do have Union tickets that are going to be part of the beef and beer that you're going to come to, right? $25. Come have fun, drink some beers, play some beer pong. We're setting up a beer pong table in the back.
Ooh, find me there. I love beer pong.
Yeah. We're going to fill the cups up with water because there's bartenders there.
Right.
You don't want people getting out of hand.
No, I got you. I
But
don't want to get water drunk.
yeah, no, it's BYOB.
Okay.
So I was like, that's actually gonna. I was like, I don't know how many kegs you're gonna need, but I'm like, BYOB. I'm not gonna drink draft beer. I'm gonna drink Corona. That's what I do. It's summer. Corona or summer shandy. Women's World Cup defending champs. See, now, do you remember the last World Cup? Obviously not, because you didn't watch it. Did you? I'm assuming you didn't watch it.
I mean, I remember there was a big deal about it, but I just went and watched motocross instead.
Oh yeah, I could watch a bunch of people make left lanes.
Yeah.
Segura, son of a bitch. Yeah, it's BYOB. I mean, there's gonna be beef. It's beef and beer there, but if you drink beer, whatever beer you want to bring, Rich, you can bring. But I'm pretty sure they were playing Japan. and Japan was like favored. Well, not that they were favored, but and the one girl from Delran, New Jersey, Carly Louis, had a hat trick in the first half. They won like 5-1.
Oh, is that when they like won and that chick tore her top off and?
No, that was in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
That was in the 90s. Oh my god.
I don't know. They should do that more often.
They beat Japan for the cup. Alright, I was right.
Alright. What year was that?
That was 4 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah. He's such a dick. Phillies, you know, they lost to Kansas City on Friday. Everyone's like, oh my god, they lost to Kansas City. They suck. Fire Gabe Kapler and his coconut oiled body. And then they won the next two. When they get swept, and there's your boy, Arrieta. It's so funny watching him pitch and watching him not last past the fifth inning. Because I know you're like, I can't fucking wait. I'm going to post something. I'm like, oh.
Well, you saw me the other day.
Yeah, I know. You're like doing crunches. Don't go 5. Don't go 5. Oh, he didn't go 5? Hold on 1 second. You're like Jim Carrey in the God movie. He started and answered. Jake is the man. And you're like waiting there. It's like when you sit there and you're like, oh, I know I'm right. And it's like you just Google something and you know you're right. You're like, all right, we can put the eye black on, and here we go.
And I'm like, and Jake Arrieta.
He's got a. What did he go 5 innings last time?
Yeah.
Actually, I will say this. Hold on. Before you get on your Jake Arrieta rant. Did you see Cole Irvin the other day? I didn't watch the game yesterday, the baseball game.
No.
I went to go see Detective Pikachu because that's what Melissa wanted to say it. It was her Mother's Day gift.
Okay.
Whatever. She likes Ryan Reynolds.
He's a funny dude.
She's like, it's like Deadpool. I'm like, it's not Deadpool in like a children's movie. That's not how the movie industry works.
If you want a Deadpool children's movie, go see Once Upon a Deadpool.
Yeah.
Order that. It's great. It's Deadpool 2 without the cursing.
Right, it is.
It's still hysterical.
But if you noticed, including Jake, the pitching staff has gotten better. Like they're going deeper innings. How about that cough?
Yeah.
Oh, what's the other one? Eflin, complete game shutout.
Yeah, I was like, that's impressive.
Now he had a complete game the week before, right?
Yeah. I was like, man, that Arrieta is really showing guys how to pitch. I was like, it's a shame he can't follow his own lead.
Oh,
yeah. I was like, look at that. Man, he's a leader. He's a leader among men. Look at this guy.
Oh, you love it.
I can't stand him, and
Oh my God! You better hope he never throws a no-hitter this season.
Oh, if he throws a no-hitter, I'm going to his next game, and I'm throwing shit on purpose.
I'm gonna publish your phone number on the page. I'm like, call this number or send him text messages of Jake Arrieta's picture. Like, I want. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put out your phone number. I'm going to tell everyone, send pictures of Jake Arrieta shirtless to this number. He will save them. Because he's always posed. He's a cut dude.
Yeah, I know.
And he's like he's always in this.
You know what? Maybe he'll do better as a bodybuilder. How about that shit?
Yeah, he's not like he won a Cy Young or has a no-hitter or won a World Series. And somebody, oh, and by the way, Nola just gave up a home run. We're going to kill him now? That was a long-ass shot. I don't run that far.
I am going to kill him because he's supposed to be our Cy Young Award winner coming up this year. He's supposed to be our ace. I am going to kill him.
Yo, that was a bomb.
That was a bomb.
Jesus Christ.
That really was.
Well, that was... If you saw where that was hit. 2009, Rich can vouch. We were tailgating my buddy's 30th birthday. So we were hanging out in the lakes and we went to Phillies Nationals. And it was at the first inning. And where that ball's hit, we had 400, whatever they are, 400 level seats. There was like 30 of us. Chase was 2, so he's like on my lap sleeping. And he hits a bomb, and we're like, yeah, it's a grand slam! Look at that.
Look at that. Look at that.
So, like, we ended up somehow seeing a replay. Didn't think anything of it. Next thing you know, there's a bunch of Phillies people, like, in their jackets. I'm like, what the hell are they doing up here? Like, you knew who they were. They were trying to get the ball. I'm like, Holy shit! And then we saw the replay again. It was right underneath the Powerade sign. It landed right at the Powerade sign.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
I was like, Jesus Christ. But he's got 60 pitches.
Yeah. According to Jake Arrieta, the home run. That's my only mistake. Shut up.
Is that what he said?
I made 3 mistakes and they all went yard. Yeah, that's right. Mistakes went yard. Bye. I can't wait for his contract to be up.
Now, do you just not like him generally, or do you not Did you just?
No, I don't like. I'm going off at what happened with him last year. How he completely sucked ass. He was a walking twat waffle for the whole season.
Now here's the thing. Now if I went and I all right, that's good. If I went and I looked at his numbers, and if he went 6 innings, and the bullpen blew, he had 11 losses last year. If they blew 6 losses, that goes from 10-11 to 16-5. Would you still feel that way?
About the L's?
No, about him.
Yeah, because he gets an L.
But you're such a dick.
Because he gets an L. It goes on his record. It's an L. I don't like Jake Arrieta.
There's literally nothing that guy can do.
There's nothing he can do. There's nothing you can say. There's no stat you can show me or game breakdown. I don't like him.
I can't wait. When they win the World Series this year, you're so wearing a Jake Arrieta at the parade.
Well, if that's my punishment, I will do that. I will do that.
I know.
I will not go out and buy it, but I will do that. Maybe, I don't know, someone can find one that falls off a truck, that I could wear for 1 minute and then throw in the sewer. But that's all I'm saying. If they win the World Series, I will wear a Jake Arrieta jersey on this show.
And to the parade.
I will not go to the parade.
Why?
Because I will have nothing to do with my job that day that's more important.
Oh, is that what we're saying on camera?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'm not coming to the parade. I told them, I said, if the Eagles win the Super Bowl, yeah, there is a 0% chance of me showing up to work that day. And I did show up to work that day. Because I parked in the parking lot and walked across.
So you were there. Yeah, no, in 2008, I told my boss, if the Phillies win the World Series, do not expect me there on parade day. I will call out. I will, make it sound like I'm sick, but I will not be in work. And I told him, I said, if the Eagles win...
He did give up 3 home runs. Good.
Yeah. He was so conceited. Those are my only mistakes, because he's so awesome. Anyway, whatever, douchebag.
I love you.
So, yeah, and I told him, I said, if I'm still here and the Eagles win the Super Bowl, I said, do not expect to see me at work. I said, I'm just letting you know I will not be in work. And, of course, I was at another job when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, and I told my boss that I was calling out the next day.
You didn't get fired, did you?
No, I didn't get fired, but I called out sick. And, when I got to work the day after, he wanted to know why did I call out. I said I was sick. I said I had the green fever. And he's like, oh, that's how we're going to play it. And I went, I don't know what you're talking about. Here's a doctor's note. I had a doctor's note. And so he did, okay. And I was like, well, there it is. That's my doctor. Call him. He called him.
Threw 99 pitches in 5 innings of work.
99 pitches and a win ain't one. So that's all I care about. Aha!
Oh my God. The bitterness.
It is bitterness. I do not like him.
There's really nothing else to add. I guess we're done. We did our Sixers rant. Phillies are losing 3-2.
It's only, is that top of the third?
Top of the third. It was a rain delay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. He's 69 pitches? Is that what that says?
Yeah.
Wow.
He had a rough first inning.
He's putting a lot of work in tonight. Holy crap.
Well, let's see. Who is the next 3,000 hit guy?
The next 3,000 hit guy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ian. I didn't notice you were over here. Oh, you're still. Oh, are the Giants tanking with that Daniel Jones pick? Well, I mean, if they're not trying to tank, well, no, I don't think so. I mean, honestly, I went back and because I'm in a few chat groups with a bunch of Giants fans, and I was like, all right, let me go back and look at this kid's highlights, which it took me a while to find them on YouTube. I'm not going to lie. I mean, it really did. I mean, I'm not going to lie, and I'm not trying to be funny about that when I say it. I noticed, like he seems to have good mechanics. It seems like, he can read the defenses and everything. The wide receivers, now I don't know which ones they were, and I don't know what years these highlights were taken from and when they're all put together. But pretty much every highlight that I saw, it
Probably Bryce Harper was your next 3,000 hit guy. But go ahead.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, you did
I looked up his stats.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I actually think, Ian, that Daniel Jones, I actually think he might be a decent quarterback. I don't get where they picked him at number 6, because my thinking on that, when you pick somebody that high, they need to be an impact player that's starting for you that year. They're committed to Eli Manning, and I mean, I guess that's not, well, it is, in my opinion, a bad thing. I mean, I think the guy's toast. He's been toast for a couple years now. But you're going to have this young kid come up the following year, so what? This is 2019, so in 2020, in 2020, this kid will get his chance because I don't think Eli's going to be back. I think this is the last year of his contract, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't think he'll be back. But yeah, that's my opinion. I don't think they're tanking on purpose. I mean, because you still have, a quarterback, which he's going to get destroyed out there. But they're living and dying with Eli, and that's fine. They still got Saquon. I don't know. They did some good things in the draft, but it's a draft. You can't really tell a draft.
Right, but you look how important having a franchise quarterback is.
Mm-hmm. And they obviously liked him enough to take him at 6. I guess they figured give him a year behind Eli. I mean, which, hey, the guy is a 2-time Super Bowl champ. Won the MVP both years, didn't he?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's for Daniel Jones, it's not a bad situation to be in coming into the NFL. It's really not. I mean, it's not going to turn into that's like an Aaron Rodgers situation where he sat for 4 years waiting for Brett Favre to retire or whatever, disappear somehow. But yeah, I think for Daniel Jones, it's a good situation. Giants fans are going to be, unhappy for the next couple years, and that's, they seem to be. Some of them that I've talked to seem to be pretty happy in the direction the team's going. I don't know. I can't be happy about my team doing something like that, but
not when there's other players who are projected to be better.
Yeah, I mean, they could have gotten this kid in the 2nd round, possibly the 3rd round. So, but will I fault them for going and getting their guy? No, I won't. If if any team values a player that high, and they take them, I'll never say, hey, I'm not going to put them down for taking their guy. I mean, we all saw what the Eagles did to trade up to get Wentz. That was their guy. They went and made the move to go get him. This one, the guy was sitting there, so they took him. I mean, so
yeah, well, the Eagles made a bunch of moves to get him.
Yeah, I mean, that tells you, hey, no problem, Ian. How you doing? How's the family? But yeah, I mean, that was why someone there. I forget what show it was today. I saw on Facebook. Someone posted a clip, and they were talking about who is in a better situation now. Is it Nick Foles or Carson Wentz? And I sat there and whoever it was, like I said, whoever it was that was talking about it, he said that Nick Foles was in the better situation, and he was bringing up like Leonard Fournette, their offensive line, stuff that they've done for them, and everything. He did bring up the receiving core and stuff. Apparently, they worked on the receiving core.
Can you name 2 wide receivers on that team?
I can't. So I don't know what this.
I don't even know if Mercedes Lewis is still their tight end. I feel like he's in your franchise league.
Yeah, I mean, so he said he felt that Nick Foles was in the better situation because Nick Foles can now.
Who is it? Who was it?
I forget the show. I'd have to look it up. It's on here.
All right. Well, I'll tell you that if we came down to who's in the better situation,
I say Wentz.
Nick Foles or Wentz, I'm gonna absolutely go with Wentz.
Yeah.
Because one, Wentz stays healthy, he's gonna be an MVP. Two, we know what Foles is when he's got to come in. I'm not taking anything away from him. But he's never started a season. He's never finished the season. Three, Leonard Fournette. He gets hurt. You have T.J. Yeldon, and then it's a drop off. The Eagles at least have Miles Sanders, Jordan Howard. There's someone else. Oh, Corey Clement.
Yeah.
And the receiving core. The receiving core is ridiculous.
It's pretty good this year.
And then the line's been the same since he's been a rookie. With the exception of Barrett Brooks, who's out hurt.
Yeah.
Not Barrett Brooks. Brandon Brooks. Barrett Brooks is on Comcast.
Right. I knew we were wrong.
So.
Yeah, I said the same thing. I brought up all those points.
I just think people are just trying to find to discredit Wentz. Like you just this guy's going to throw 45 touchdowns next year. And I'm like, oh well, he got hurt in one game and he didn't get to finish the game. What? That's your argument? He got hurt in one game? Get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, and I even said that. I replied to actually.
Papa went. Yeah, he said. Papa Blueby says that was on NFL Live today. He said Wentz was rejected at that pick. Nobody ever heard of this guy. He was a horrible waste of a pick when you could have got him later. I've never heard of him.
Yeah, no, he's exactly right. Like I assume he's talking about Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like I said, where they took him, they could have got someone way better. But I also look at it as if they felt that this guy is going to be a franchise player for them, and like I said, they have a quarterback now and they want him to sit, go ahead, take him if that's what you really feel.
I got a question for you.
But I don't think that should have been the pick.
And this is always a touchy subject, but it always comes up. Do you think he took him because of the race? Because it's out there.
I know it's out there.
It's like it's known.
Yeah, no, it really is.
I think there might be something there. I'm not going to say it is.
If there's smoke to that, then
that's not good for the Giants.
Not good at all.
Listen, Dwayne Haskins threw 50 touchdowns last year, and I know it's college, and he played. There were some teams that were slubs. He still threw 50 touchdowns.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, I saw it on one of the chat groups a couple of weeks ago. Someone wrote down that the Giants are the only team to have never drafted a black quarterback. Like everyone else has at least drafted one, and I was like, really? I was like, or that's what they made it sound like that they've never drafted one, but other teams have or brought them in, and I'm like, you mean to tell me the Giants have never had?
I can't think of any black quarterbacks.
And I
other than Geno Smith that they probably signed.
Geno Smith, yeah, he was a free agent.
Right.
Yeah, he was a free agent, but drafting wise, I don't think. Yeah, drafting wise, I don't think they've ever. Yeah, that's a great thing to look up. I mean that could actually put a little more.
Yeah, Haskins. Listen, I don't take anything away from rookie camp because people have bad camps and then they come out firing. Good for him. Good for Haskins looking good in rookie camp.
Bill can yell at me later.
Bill's not even on.
Good.
He's probably sleeping. But
he's an old man now.
Yeah. But listen, I want Haskins to be good. I want the Redskins to be competitive. I want Dallas to be competitive. I want the Giants to be competitive, and obviously we know what I want for the Eagles, because then the Eagles will come out on top because then Dallas, this and Dallas is that. No, I don't care. I don't care what your team does. But you give Haskins should have been drafted 6th. My opinion, he should have been drafted by the Giants. Or it doesn't make sense as to why. I don't care that it was their guy. He wasn't the best guy available at that pick. So that's all I got today. I know we went a little over talking Sixers I can't think of anything else. Phillies are losing 3-2. And people, I'm just reading the comments. There's two different videos going on. Fire Brett. I think people still firing Brett, but that's really it. I was just saying that the Giants should have took Haskins at 6.
I agree. I 100% agree.
There's nothing you can tell me that says that they shouldn't have taken him.
Yeah, no, I agree with that 100%. I mean, he to me at that time he's the better quarterback to take. He was probably the best player to take on the board at that point. But they
screwed that up.
Yeah, they definitely screwed that up, or did they? But they gave Washington a possible future franchise quarterback when that could have been them. I mean, and even his reaction when he got drafted, his reaction was all over the place too. Like when he got drafted by Washington, he was like,
This is where this is where the Giants screwed up.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't even say the Giants screwed up. Cleveland screwed up. Cleveland should have took Barkley. The Giants should have took Darnold. And then Baker would have been there when they came around.
Yeah.
That's where the Giants really got screwed. That's in my opinion.
Yeah, well...
I love Saquon Barkley, but you're not going to win anything without a franchise quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Well,
and like look, and we're going to go back to Dallas. That year that they drafted Zeke,
mm-hmm.
that team was built for Tony Romo. They probably would have gone to the Super Bowl. As much as it pains me to say that, they were hands down one of the best teams in the NFL with a rookie quarterback. He had nothing. He had a little bit to do with it. But if you would have had Tony Romo, they're probably blowing out everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I hate to admit it.
No, I
unfortunately, I'm not like other NFL fans, and I'm just this way and this way. And you can ask like Frank Ziemba and all the other Dallas fans, like the Greg Markowitzes, like they probably would have went to Super Bowl. I don't think they would have beat Tom Brady.
Right.
But crazier stuff has happened.
Like us beating Tom Brady. That's
back up, right?
Yeah.
But you know what? I woke up and I was confident that we were winning a Super Bowl. I wasn't like that with the Eagles when they played them the first time.
Yeah, the first time they played New England, I wasn't confident in that one. I was like, okay, we're here. I was like, but also at the same time, I was like, I think we could beat these guys because it was the beginning of their dominance. Right. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, they weren't that juggernaut yet.
Right. This
time around, when they did beat them, I thought, man, this is like the GOAT. Now you can say it. It's legit. This is the guy. And I thought, my God, we have our backup. We got a little Cornhusker out there. Yep, let's go do it. We're going to play Tommy Brady. And I'm like, oh my God, we're done. And like you said, crazier things have happened.
All right, so I'm gonna show him this video, and I'm gonna leave this song. I'll write JT Real and Muto, and I'll let this song play. I'm gonna have to put I do not own the rights to this music because it's gonna get thing. It's got curse words, so if you have kids, don't.
Wildfires, 103 degrees in downtown Los Angeles, 112 in Burbank, as climate change continues to yield record temperatures. Get out of the road! Relax, dude.
You're late!
Yeah, the bus overheated or something.
I don't know, dude. No, get him in the truck. Get him in the truck.
Big foul,
Pick it up, dork.
What did you do?
Yes.
I said pick it up, dork.
That's disgusting.
Hey,
It's awesome.
Dickie?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hello.
Yo, little Dickie, my brother thinks you suck.
Okay, your brother probably sucks. Look at how you turned out. You're a rat. Your whole household is probably completely mismanaged.
Hey, suck my butt, little Dickie.
Suck your butt? How about you take that perfectly round head and suck my butt? How about that?
Pick up the trash. It's on the air.
guys down here.
Just-
Well, to be more specific, I'm a human.
Is anybody else watching?
I just wanted to, for the sake
Nah.
of all of us Earthlings out there, just wanted to say.
It's very catchy.
Yes.
You gotta watch the video when it comes up. My anus is huge. Here it comes.
Oh Jesus.
That's what I did. I had to rewatch it.
No, Kanye West. He just comes out of nowhere.
It's Kevin Hart.
Oh, that still got easy.
Yeah. Oh.